Hello everyone, and first of all, massive apologies for not being around for so long. As you all are aware, we're in the massive grip of Covid-19, and it's massively affected, well, all of us, but me. I'm in the shielded group because I have underlying health problems, which I won't bore you with now. And also, of course, I've been working from home. And I thought that I would do a video because so much has changed in relation to domestic abuse since lockdown. As I'm sure many of you, if not all of you, would have heard that it's just gone through the roof. My work has certainly got a lot busier. We are given, or I am given, statistics by the police in the Tri-Borough of London, which is where most of my work is centred. And the Tri-Borough covers Westminster and Hammersmith and Fulham and the Royal Borough of Kensington and Chelsea. And they've been comparing figures on the same time a year ago, and a couple of weeks ago there was a 64% increase in the Tri-Borough as opposed to the same time last year, which is obviously huge. And what we know is that this is actually just scratching the surface. Most people don't call the police, and I personally think we can probably triple this figure for the true percentage of how much it's gone up. And of course there's various different reasons for that, but the most obvious one is that people are stuck together in the same house, and if you do live with an abusive partner, you're getting no break from them. Everybody, we are all under a massive amount of stress at the moment, not being able to go out, not being able to go where we want, not being able to go on holiday. And for those women that live in an abusive relationship, or men, women or men, that is kind of threefold, really, the impact of it on them. And there's a couple of things that have come up since the lockdown that I wanted to share with everyone, just in case people don't know. Now, the first one is a theme that I've been seeing, certainly with my clients that I'm working with, and that is around child contact. So where there's been a child arrangement order, and that more or less has had to stop during the lockdown. And what I'm seeing, and I know it's not just me, I know it's a lot of my colleagues that work in the field of domestic abuse, what we're seeing is that perpetrators are demanding to see the children. They're saying, if you don't bring the child for contact this weekend, for example, I will go back to court and I will say you breached the court order. So basically they're finding a way around the lockdown to further abuse and control the victim. Let's call it, I don't like the word victim, but let's use it in this context. And this has happened to several of my clients during lockdown. And I can tell you that no judge in this country, United Kingdom, will punish in any way a woman or a man that does not take their child for contact because of the safety measures put in place by our government for Covid-19 coronavirus. I have got information on this that I am going to put on my website along with the other information that I'm talking to you about today. I don't think I can share it to my channel, so I'm going to put it on my website and then come back here and let you know whereabouts it is on my website so that you can read all about it, because obviously me talking isn't really, it's not going to give you a full picture of what to do about it or who to speak to or whatever. So but I can tell you that you do not need to worry if you do not take your child for contact because of the lockdown and the restrictions that have been put in place by the UK government. Okay, moving on. I don't know if any of you are aware, I thought this was a fantastic initiative between Women's Aid and Great Western Railway, that they have come up with the solution, if you like, of women who are fleeing domestic abuse from their homes and getting to refuge with their children. And Great Western Railway will give those women free rail travel to get to wherever they need to get to. This has been welcomed by all of us working in the field. It will certainly take some of the pressure off of what is a really difficult, traumatic experience to have to leave your home and makes your way to somewhere that you may not have been to before. I will also put information about that on my website. And then lastly, I wanted to talk to you about this. It's called Silent Solution. So I will show you this and I will read it out to you, but I will also put this on my website so that people can take a closer look in their own time. So basically, it's if you need to call the police but you're too afraid or you can't speak because you're afraid of being hurt, the perpetrator's there, this is how you can be helped in an emergency situation. So I'm just going to read it out to you. So what to do if you need urgent police help through the 999 service but you can't speak. If you're in an emergency situation and need police help but can't speak, make yourself heard and let the 999 operator know your call is genuine. When you call 999, all 999 calls are directed to call centres and will be answered by BT operators. They will ask which service you need. If no service is requested but anything suspicious is heard throughout the process, BT operators will connect you to a police call handler. If you call 999 from a mobile, it is always best to speak to the operator if you can, even by whispering. You may also be asked to cough or tap the keys on your phone in response to questions. If making a sound will put you or someone else in danger and the BT operator cannot decide whether an emergency service is needed, your call will be transferred to the Silent Solution system. The Silent Solution is a police system used to filter out large numbers of accidental or hoax 999 calls. It also exists to help people who are unable to speak but who genuinely need police assistance. You will hear an automated police message which lasts for 20 seconds and begins with, "You are through to the police." It will ask you to press 55 to be put through to police call management. The BT operator will remain on the line and listen. If you press 55, they will be notified and transferred the call to the police. If you don't press 55, the call will be terminated. Pressing 55 does not allow police to track your location. What then? When transferred to your local police force, the police call handler will attempt to communicate with you by asking simple yes or no questions. If you're not able to speak, listen carefully to the questions and instructions from the call handler so they can assess your call and arrange help if needed. If you call 999 from a landline, because it's less likely that 999 calls are made by accident from landlines, the Silent Solution system is not used. If when an emergency call on a landline is received and there is no request for an emergency, or the caller does not answer questions, or only background noise can be heard and BT operators cannot decide whether an emergency service is needed, then you will be connected to a police call handler as doubt exists. If you replace the handset, the landline may remain connected for 45 seconds in case you pick it up again. If you pick up again during this 45 seconds and the BT operator is concerned for your safety, the call will be connected to police. When 999 calls are made from landlines, information about where you're calling from should be automatically available to the call handlers to help provide a response. And that's it, and that's in conjunction with the NPCC, the National Police Chiefs Council, and Women's Aid. Really useful information. I've given that, and I have put that at the bottom of all my safety plans that I do with women, so that and then I email them to them when it's safe to do so that they have got that information there for when and if they need it. And I will, as I said, I will put it on my website, and I'll come back here later to let you know whereabouts you can find it on my website. So that's it for now, guys. Thank you for listening, and as I always, sorry about the background of my bedroom and all my luggage on top of my wardrobes. As I said, I'm sorry I haven't been around. I will try to come back more often. I am very much still active and working. In fact, I'm probably sadly busier than I've ever been before. Stay safe, everyone. Keep well. And if you have any questions for me or any suggestions that you have for me to talk about on this channel, then please let me know, and please subscribe. Take care.